the same suit is tracking movement with the eyes. And so you can use the same kind of objects that you used before. The example I have on here are those little rings that you guys have, which those are cool because they kind of
hang those up by the mirror, yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so that's great for tactile too. But with this one, we are going to move the object. So we want to make sure we gain their line of sight and then slowly move. And as soon as you lose the connection, like once you see that they're no longer looking at the object, then you'll reset and you'll again want to find their vision. And if you need to like rattle or make a slight movement to encourage that, then you'll want to start the movement again. So each time you lose it, you're going to reset, straight line of sight and then make different types of movements. So you can move from left to right or from right to left or around the top of their head. See if they'll look back, see if they'll look down. So you want to do all sorts of movements and just visually are they able to track everything. And then that's when, which we don't have, nobody has it because it's broken. I think Black Bob has one, but the ball tracker.
Oh yeah, ours broke.
Yes. The
I remember that.
Oh no.
There were like nails sticking out of it.
I have found something on some Montessori like at home websites people have used. And it's, I don't know if you guys have ever seen them, but they're like little wire egg stackers and they like go down in a circle.
Yeah, that might actually
but yeah.
be less breakable too.
Yeah, because they're metal, but they're like, they have like the covering over the top of it, so they're not super hard. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to look into getting some of those, and then you can use like larger balls on them too.
Yeah.
But those are great because, I mean, once they're able to do other things where they're actually able to put it in there, or you can set it up next to them and run it down. But
yeah,
ball runs, ball trackers, all those kind of things are really good for visual tracking. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you can say goodbye to baby.
Before I handle a child, I do not handle the babies like that.
That one's a little bit more durable than the other babies. Okay, so moving on to object permanence. Remembering an object's location. So you can use any sort of object for this activity. Use this one. Nothing cuddly and cute is usually really good. Something that the baby's like gonna want. And you can start this off by, I mean, there's lots of different ways that you can do it, but basically, actually, you know what? I'm gonna give the baby back. When I think about it, describe this. I don't need the bell then. Okay. So you can start with like the baby in your lap like this and show them the bunny. And then kind of what we were talking about before where something goes out of their line of sight. Are they going to look for it?
Yeah.
So this is kind of partly tracking. So if the baby's really interested, then they'll probably like watch you. But then you want to make sure that it goes out of their sight. So then like, are they going to like lean over?
I've noticed
like
they do that, yeah. It's so funny when they do that.
Yeah, so now you're purposely doing it though. Like there's a reason behind why you're doing it.
Yeah.
And so you'll do that in several different ways. Just like hide the bunny behind them and see if they turn around and look for it. Or you can have the baby in front of you, especially if they're like kind of sitting up or on a bobby pillow or something. Yeah. You can be in front of them and then just kind of move it out of their line of sight or behind you and see if they'll lean over and look around for it. So that one's super fun. We'll just keep you here, okay? And then one of the extensions here is for an older baby who can crawl or kind of squirm around and make them like actually go to it. Mm-hmm. So move it further away where it's like behind another person or an object or like your little stairs or something like that where they actually have to crawl around and try to find stuff. Mm-hmm. And then finding covered objects, very similar. So for this, you just need an object that they're interested in, and then some sort of a covering where you can actually cover the object up. So now, where's the bunny go? And if the infant will like actually pick up the blanket and try to look under it. And then you'll have some that you'll go like this and they'll just be like, I don't know, or they might even like look around the room like, I don't know.
Oh my god.
So if they look around the room, then you know they're starting to understand that things don't totally disappear.
Yeah.
But they don't understand that means it's just right in front of you. Like it's not a magic trick. Like at this age, babies really don't know the difference between magic and reality.
Well, yeah.
So,
That's why they're great. That's why I love kids.
Yeah.
They think everything's like magical.
Yes.
Yeah.
But our job is to help them know the difference.
That it's
between-
not.
it's
Yeah.
not- that it's not just disappeared. Like, oh look, I think it's still under here.
No, yeah.
Those are super fun. And you can even do this with other babies. I used to play this game in the toddler classroom called Who's Under the Blanket. It's just this silly song, but you have a blanket that's large enough to cover, and it's a good circle time song where you just like, and the kids love it who are under the blanket, but you just cover one of the kids up, and they're like, who's under the blanket? Who's under the blanket? Who's under the blanket? Nobody knows but you! And then you like ask the rest of the
That's
kids.
so cute.
Yeah.
And then you
That's so
ask the other
cute.
kids, like, who's under the blanket, guys? And then they have to, like, remember who.
Who it
What
was.
friend
Oh,
was on
that's
the
actually
blanket.
like so fun, but that's also smart to say, like, they like remembering.
Yes. But they love being under the blanket.
Yeah. Nobody else.
Or if they're, like, younger infants, they'll, like, get this thing off of me.
That's hilarious.
And then you'd be like, oh, look, it's Tommy!
It's Tommy.
Or whoever. It's under there.
That's so funny.
But I love Who's Under the Blanket.
I like it's a fun game.
I'd never heard that.